Mack-a-magab, everybody. I got me a strange little donation from Dan Walsh. Dan, he asked me to pick 10 songs that make me want to get up and boogie. And I'm like, I don't boogie and I don't dance. I'm one of these, You know, I mean, I can tell you some songs that, you know, if I could dance, you know, because I'll explain my top 10 list in a second. But just from the top of my head, I didn't write nothing down here, but songs that were from the 70s, when I was a little kid. If I knew how to dance, I would totally dance to Sir Duke from Stevie Wonder. Sammy Davis Jr., the theme of Beretta. Keep your eye on the sparrow. Grand Funk Railroad. Locomotion was another one when I was a kid. And rock the boat, baby. And now in retrospect, a lot of Bee Gees songs that I didn't like as a kid because I was dumb. I hated disco when I was young. I snapped out of that funk. So there's a lot of Bee Gees songs. All right, so if you're talking about me getting up, well, I guess me getting up from the power of music, it's got to be my concert experiences. And not all are metal. Well, I think they are. Maybe one's not. But I'm going to name 10 songs that I can remember in my head that I went nuts to when they played live in concert, right? And number 10. And I got up and I boogied, man. I did. And that type of boogie, whatever. Let's just say when I got up and when I got in mosh pits and all that, I was boogieing. And I was boogieing with Aerosmith. The last time I saw Aerosmith, in the middle of the show, they played Combination. And I lost my mind while people were leaving to go to the bathroom and buy beer because they didn't know the song. I went apeshit. That was a glorious moment. And I was sitting down for that shit. They were playing like maybe Love in an Elevator or some crap. And I'm just sitting there going, God, just play, I don't care, Dream On, something popular that I liked. And they played Combination, which blew my mind. That's number 10. And number 9, man, a lot of songs make me go crazy when I used to go see Motorhead back in the day. I gotta say the one song that I definitely always got me going at a Motorhead show, and they played it at every show, usually second song on the set list, Stay Clean from Motorhead. Another one that would just make me go apeshit live. I always went nuts to Stay Clean. All right, at number 8, and this was the last time I saw Black Sabbath with Ronnie James Dio. It was Black Sabbath, Alice Cooper, and Queensryche. And when they played Sign of the Southern Cross that night, now, I did see the Mob Rules tour, and I know they played it, but that's such a distant memory, it's over 40 years ago that I remember them playing it, but boy, the one that I saw, the last one, I don't know, 12 years ago or so, maybe longer than that, that I remembered, and it was just awesome. There you go. All right, at number 7. Now, out of all of these, this next one will be like, I kind of had a religious experience during this one. It should be higher. The first time I saw Black Sabbath with Bill Ward, the first time I saw The Reunion, something happened to me during Sweet Leaf. And, I love Sweet Leaf. It's not my favorite Sabbath song, but there was something that happened to me during them performing it. It was religious. So I definitely got to add that to the list. And I'm sure I boogied. All right. At number 6, I got to say, because it's the first time I ever stage dove. And I did it like 3 times during one song, and that was Death, doing Pull the Plug at the Cameo Theater on the Leprosy tour. Yeah, I stage owed 3 times during Pull the Plug. That's boogieing and jumping off a stage. All right, next. Number 5. Oh, definitely up there in my top 5 shows of all time. All the way pressed, all the way front row. Pressed against the barricade, pressed against stage. King Diamond smack in front of me, I'm dead center. In the Shadows tour, I saw almost the whole Merciful Fate. But man, when they played Satan's Fall that night, it was like 11 minutes, just brainwashed. It was so, oh my God, what a moment. That was the shit. All right, number 4. This one's, man, I gotta tell you, man, this was the best time I ever saw Ace Frehley, man. He played, and it was like around 93. I think it was called Just for Fun Tour. He wasn't promoting no album, nothing like that. And man, I can't remember what he opened with. I think it was Rip It Out. But from Rip It Out, he went into Parasite. I never seen Ace play Parasite up to that point. And it was mind-blowing. That was the best Ace show I ever saw. And that night, when he played Parasite, lost my mind. And then I told my friend Carlos, because Ace came back like half a year or maybe a year later. And I told my friend Carlos, dude, gotta go see Ace. He's gonna roll him. We went to go see Ace again, and he sucked that night. And I was Carlos, I'm sorry, dude. He was awesome the last time, I swear. True story. All right. That's number 4. Number 3. Oh, man. One of my favorite songs from this band, and I gotta say, every time they played this song, it was some neck-breaking, head-banging. And I was boogieing, but with my head. I was doing the boogie with my head, bro. I got up and boogied my head back and forth ferociously to Victim of Changes from Judas Priest. The best. All right, that's number 3. All right, and number 2, and it should be number 1 because it is the greatest concert experience I ever witnessed in my life, but let's talk about boogieing. If we're going to talk about boogieing, then it's number 2, all right? Van Halen, Fair Warning Tour, On Fire. They opened the show with that. And I can never explain to words what I witnessed when they played that song. It's like, Eddie goes, and it's all dark on the stage, and Eddie goes, then when the band kicks in, the first thing you see is the whole stage light up, and David Lee Roth like 10 feet in the air doing a split. And the place just erupted, where you couldn't even hear the band. The crowd was just going so nuts. That's my number 1 concert experience. But my number 1 experience boogieing at a concert, well, it happened every single time I saw Slayer. Every time. Even toward the end. Because I'm already an old dude. And on the Slayer final tour, even like a tour or 2 before that, like the last 3 or 4 times I saw Slayer, I was already too old for the pit. Too old. But when they would play Raining Blood, that da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, last 3 times I was there, I was like, I'm not going to do it. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, I'm not going to do it. Then when they go into that, da-da-da-da, this old fuck was right in that mosh pit, going ape shit. Number 1, Slayer, Raining Blood. Not even my favorite Slayer song. That would be Cryonics and then Chemical Warfare. It doesn't matter. Raining Blood makes me get in that pit, over when they played Chemical Warfare. Put it that way. There's something about that song that makes me boogie in a mosh pit. So there you go, Dan. I hope you like my little list here. I hope you weren't hoping, oh man, I thought he was going to talk about boogieing, stuff, you know, Studio 54 stuff. I'm not that way. But, you know, I'm a headbanger. So this is my top 10. So I hope you enjoyed it, my friend. And I hope everybody out there enjoyed it. I want to thank you, Dan. Thank you so much for the donation. And everybody out there, if you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, please. And ring the little notification bell. Tell me what you think. What are the 10 songs that make you boogie? Do you have 10 songs? I would like to know, and I'm sure probably Dan would like to know. But I definitely like to know. So give me your top 10 boogie songs. And like the video. Good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and smack 'em a gaba.